Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. It is late. I also, I don't really know where this inspiration came from. I have heard many people say it, but this morning when I woke up, I skipped my coffee, I'm feeling the effects of that now. And on top of that, last night when I went to bed, I forgot to charge my mouse, so I'm on 2% mouse battery as well. So we have 2% before I have to stop the episode to replace the mouse. Now, 3 hours ago in the middle of my stream, I was at 4%, so I think we're gonna be okay for the duration of this episode. However, I'm gonna, just hop right in. But yeah, it's a late episode. I'm also really tired because I skipped my coffee. If you do drink coffee, I would like to hear about if you skip coffee days or not, because a few people that I follow and watch online that talk about coffee occasionally are like, yeah, you should probably like alternate coffee every other day to like reduce the effects of caffeine on you and have a more invigorating effect or something like that, right? The idea being that you stop yourself from building up the resistance. It's something that I'm trying out. I just kind of randomly got the inspiration to do it, but man, oh man, I am beat. I don't need coffee. I'm not like I need coffee to get through my day type of person or anything like that. But it does help. There's definitely an effect that caffeine has on you, and it probably is worn off by now anyway, and I would be tired regardless, but I feel more tired than usual. Use this to ask you, my dear viewer, how you feel about coffee. I asked about tea a few episodes ago. I do want to mention that I do read the comments, even if I don't reply to them all. I haven't not been trying to reply to the comments, I won't lie to you. I read them all and I like throw a heart at the ones that I really like, or I pin things that I think are important, but I do feel a little out of touch, but it's okay. It happens like this, I got a lot with school, and I just kind of set the video to upload and do school in the afternoons, and then do stream, and then play WoW in my free time because I'm addicted. But anyway, enough of that. Thanks for being here with me. It is Monday. We'll be ready to start off another week. Start of March too. New month. 3 months. 2 months gone already. I feel like the first 2 months don't really count in a new year, though, personally. Hope your year is going well so far, though. Today we are fighting Plating Seal Daedalus, Spell Shield Fell Diligent Seraph, we're Exile Awoken Default Melting with Sting Molten Encasement Wildwood Custodian. This is a really easy run that they've shown me. This is like maybe one of the easiest runs I could imagine, if they show me Strangler. Emblem of the Exiles is fine. In case we don't see Strangler. If they show me Strangler here, we win this run. Yeah, I think we've already won this run. Because all we do from this position is we burn out Endless Molten Encasement, and we put that in front of Wendleton, and this run is won. I know it's crazy for me to say it, but I'm pretty sure we win this run already. I'm gonna not take trials because I'm not going to add a whole lot to this run. I don't think I need a unit. I have a pretty clear, like, well-defined plan. In the past, I have skipped trials like that, and then it's been wrong. Or, like, I've skipped adding units and it's been wrong, but this is not one of those situations because I have a really well-defined plan here. I just need to give Wendleton a little more damage output, so I don't need him to have 400 rounds of stealth, and then this run is over. But yeah, I am interested in hearing your coffee opinions today. I asked you about tea, and you guys had some pretty fun things to tell me about tea. A lot of times I'll ask a question, and I'll think that I won't hear anything that I'll like think anything of, and then you guys will hit me with like an excellent idea or an excellent take. I asked about restarting the thumbnail for the series when the DLC comes out at the end of this month, I asked about should I restart the series, and someone was like, you should have a new thumbnail done, and I went, this is a genius idea, how did I not think of this? New series, new thumbnail. I would not have thought to get a new thumbnail done, but like you have saved me, basically. I'm gonna grab Steel Enhancer here. We want cards that buff Wendleton. We cycle this deck super fast because of Stings and Root Seeds. Like we just want to cycle this deck even quicker. And we're not gonna care about Diligent Seraph. I'm gonna spend all of my energy on burning out curses. We do want to see steel shops. We need to find endless burnout one. If it's in this shop, it's just over. Okay, I'm going to take nothing here, most likely. I could take Wickless Baron. Wickless Baron is an okay alternative to this plan, or a complement to this plan, depending on how you look at it. I just have to take space then. But it is fine. He's an okay choice too. I think that this is a decision that does not matter a ton, and you can go either way. I'll go Wickless Baron here. I think he's fine. I think he is just okay. I could have given him multi-strike, but I don't want to invest the money in him. I really do not think he is worth my money. He will die if I play this trial. Do I care? Yeah, I'll care. I'll care. I'm probably being more conservative than I need to, but, you know, I don't mind. I think it's fine to play it cool here, because we're in a really dominant position. I know it's crazy for me to be talking so confidently so early in the run, but like, we're winning. We really truly are one burnout and one endless upgrade away from winning. If we don't see those, this run is maybe a little more convoluted, right? But I am not operating under the assumption that I won't see those. I just feel like it's a waste of our time to sit here and go, oh, well, what if we don't? That's the sort of thing that we approach when we don't have Burnout Endless on Fel, right? When we're on Fel without it, I'll start to go, oh, hey, so what are we doing here now? What's the pivot? But I don't need to worry about the pivot right now. We're winning. As it sits right now, this run is set. God, I'm drawing 10 cards. It's so crazy. The big thing, I really look forward to Exile Awoken runs because Root Seeds is a card. Take another Steel Enhancer. Root Seeds is a card that removes. This is fine. Molten Encasement number 3 is okay. There's a thing that happens in Monster Train where you can die in these early combats because you just draw 5 cards per turn and have a 25 card deck, and combats last 4 rounds. I actually kind of feel like this game's challenge curve would feel better to me if you fought 8 combats here, or 8 rounds on this combat and 4 on Seraph. That would be an interesting change too to the balance. Less combats for your setup. Okay, yeah, it's Wax or Snuffer. As if this run wasn't already in a set position. But Root Seeds and Sting are cards that in your starter mitigate the I draw 5 cards per turn and sometimes I bottom deck an important card. Yeah, Wing Clippings into Seraph the Diligent. Hilarious. Very funny. I think that my favorite section of the week is when I get to play Shardtail Queen and Wendleton. These 2 champions are probably my 2 favorite champions right now. I really, really enjoy them both. And it's partially because they're strong, and it's also just because I enjoy the way that they play, I'm pretty sure. I have fun playing Imp builds when they're offered. Have a good time playing Wendleton stuff. He's a really fun champion as well. Who's my least favorite champion right now, you think? I think it's Rector. I feel like it's Rector, but that's also partially because of the last run that had Rector in it. We won't talk too much about that last run. That run was ugly. It's probably Rector. I think if I were to rate the champions right now, I should do like a little pre-last Divinity tier list of the champions for you. I'm not worried about incanting this clown. We're gonna get plenty of kills. If I were to do a pre-Divinity champion tier list, what would it look like? That's a good question. I would probably rate my favorite champion as Wendleton, or maybe Shardtail Queen. One of the 2. After that, it gets a little hazy. I'm gonna throw a Steel Enhancer at this guy because I need his health to go up a little bit more. I think it's like after those 2, you do like the top and the bottom. I think my most middle ground character is probably Soulguard. I feel very apathetic towards Soulguard. I don't really give a shit about Soulguard either way. I think my least favorite character is Rector. Not a huge fan of Little Fade right now, but I'm sure I'll come around again. I should just play these encasements, I guess. I don't know. It does matter that I'm incanting that guy at the back, but it shouldn't matter a ton. Does it matter? Our 4 doesn't do a lot of damage, so it might end up being problematic for me. 4 does, but we have a lot of health. And we have the Emblem of the Exiles. I think we're fine, right? Oh, we're not fine. Interesting. I put Steel Enhancers on this guy. Am I dying here, actually? I don't die. But it would be better if I did not have Wickless Baron here. D6. Yeah, so I take I'd be a lot better off if I didn't have Wickless Baron here. For sure. Definitely. I could have taken less as well if I played the second Steel Enhancer on Wendleton, but that's too much math and thinking for me right now. Intent on Death also works in this run. Holdover. Actually, it doesn't work so well because of Diligent Seraph, but that's fine. Now we take space, and then that situation that we just had happen never happens again. The stealth becomes really strong. Give me Burnout Endless One here. I'm saying those wrong, but you get what I'm trying to say. I also should have thrown out plus 25 at Wickless Baron at the first shop. It was greedy not to. I'm gonna give him multi-strike because we have the money now. Endless. Okay. Almost there. We need to find a common upgrade now. I'm gonna throw a plus 25 at Wickless Baron now. I just said I should have before, so I will do it now. Train Stewards go. We're close. It would have been a real shame if I had said I was so confident in this run and then died for Wickless Baron there. I didn't think about it too much. Thorn Ward is fine. I think we just have to take Thorn Ward or Quick there, and both of them increase our damage output, and that's all we care about. I do not want Armor Trial in this haste combat. Although it doesn't really matter. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, you know what? I could have taken it. I should have taken it. I will go a step further. I should have taken it. It really doesn't matter though, because we don't need the money. I've gotten all the collectors too, which is real nice. But like, we don't need the money. What am I gonna spend it on? I guess I should be buffing Baron instead. Really, it does not matter. Like, we're super well poised here. I definitely had a chance to lose to Daedalus, but it was, I realized it may be too late that I was also almost losing. But we are okay. And I think from here we just, we just endless Stealth Tomb, right? Endless Stealth Tomb, play Intent on Death. Rather, I guess I don't play Intent on Death right now. Or Root Seed's here. It's fine. Strangler stops everything and Stealth kills bosses, and that's the winning line. The only way that this run wouldn't win was if we were against Chase, but we're not. I am happy with how this one turned out. I'm talking like this run is over, and this run might just be over. It is entirely reasonable. But we'll see, right? I do want to leave that little bit of uncertainty. There was that run a few days ago. Was it a few days ago? When was that run? On a two-banger. It was 2 days ago. It was Saturday. This is co-op and yesterday's run streak. It was the Saturday run where this is room 4. I'm just surprised that there's 2 rares here. I don't hate Wildwood Tome. It doesn't really matter. Actually, that's a bad take. It doesn't matter. Engulfed in Smoke also doesn't matter here. Remnant Host, I don't want. I know it's a lot of harvests, but I don't need. But there was that run that I thought was guaranteed to win, and then I died because of a bad setup, the Thorned Hollow run. Patient Seraph took it from me. Oh, no burnouts, what the hell? I'm gonna go to every steel shop and not find any burnout ones. It doesn't even matter all that much. I just want it on principle at this point. I'm making these decisions very quickly, and some of these cards that I'm skipping over might be slightly better than skipping, but I'm not going to bother spending the mental energy to think about it. If I end up losing this run, this will be a big whoops from your boy, right? But I am, with a pretty heavy degree of certainty, set on this run winning. I'm feeling like we're in a good spot here. I'm feeling like we're in a winning position. Even this combat doesn't frighten me because we have stealth. I mean, stealth plus strangler is just so strong. It is so strong. This run is just being handed to me by the game. I cannot overstate that this run is an absolute softball from Monster Train. It is. I think that in hindsight, the Wickless Baron was right, but he was wrong. What do I mean by that? He was right in the context of picking him for the time that I saw him, but once I got Wax or Snuffer, he became a wrong pick. On Daedalus, we probably, without Wickless Baron, would have died. Actually, the main thing that I should have done is I should have just taken multi-strike on him, right? There was no reason for me to hold my money like that, other than I was being dumb. But it's all okay. Sycophant Self-Made Harpy doesn't matter if Self-Made Harpy can't hit me. And the next thing we're taking here is energy. The Intent on Death is going to look better when we have Burnout 1 on Molten Encasement, and it doesn't just end up being a neutral choice to Intent on Death. It gives 4 stealth, but then the tomb doesn't die, if you're wondering why I don't play this. Because the tomb doesn't die anymore. Yeah, this combat was free though. This combat's always free with a Harvest unit though. There's so many little guys for him to harvest. Very nice. I don't need any of these. I could take Pyrogrow. I should take Pyrogrow. Don't want any of these. And we're cruising. Unfortunately, next steel shop is post-fell. It doesn't matter, it's just a little bit sad. I'll go take a look at the trinket shop, I suppose. Gift of Gratitude? Sure, I'll take the money. I don't need petty theft here, I'll just take the money. I won't do anything with Gift of Gratitude. By the way, I mentioned it as just kind of like an offhand comment, but I might actually make a video just discussing the champions and making like a tier list for them, because that could be fun. Maybe I'll grab Cranberry for that. We can put together like a little 20-minute video for that. Maybe. I'll send them a message after this recording if I remember, and be like, hey, would you be interested in joining me for this? Because I would like to, and it sounds like fun. I've been doing a lot of video ideas that just don't make it, but I feel like that one is something that's really easy and quick to make. So I feel like if there were a video idea that I've floated that will make the light of day, it is that one. Preserve my quick tome, huh? It's kind of like having quick on my Wendleton, if you don't think about it too much. I'm actually just I'm gonna Pyrogrow. I'm gonna wait on Gifts of Gratitude because I want 4 energy from it. I'm not gonna wait until after this combat because that just feels like it's not worth it to me. But we are taking energy from this combat, if you're wondering. Interesting. I am in a position where I can spend the other 2 Molten Encasements to protect the Wildwood Custodian. Which is nice. A Molten Encasement. If only it had the Burnout, right? Too bad though. I get to play all of these things because it just doesn't matter. Incanting my Wendleton is better for the Relentless, and it actually is better for me to incant him, I'm pretty sure. Because I need him to be incanting, and these enemies don't ever hit us or go by. So it has to be better. Also, I don't get to play this at 4, I play this at 3. The Gift of Gratitude. 120 gold though. It's fine with me. I haven't seen Hope for Peace in a while, I feel like. I was just thinking about that. I haven't seen the Consume effect on Hope for Peace lately. Or the rather Purge to Consume effect. It's been a while. Honestly, good. I don't really like Hope for Peace that much. The cards it gives are very okay. They are acceptable. I don't really feel any more than that about them. In Relentless, by the way, we do want to play Intent on Death. But like, so if you think about it real quick, right? If I play Intent on Death right now, we're at 22, and then when she kills him, we're at 26 rounds of stealth effectively. If I don't play Intent on Death, I'm at 26 rounds of stealth effectively, with the potential to draw back into Intent on Death and get another 4. Where by not playing him, we risk nothing, and we potentially gain 4 rounds of stealth. Now, does it matter? No, we have 21 rounds of stealth. This is the lightest of light cost runs that Monster Train has given me in a while. Like, from the beginning of the run, we were in a winning position. I mentioned it. I said it. I was like, we are winning this run. But, you know, here we are now. 500 gold, full health. It was close, though. It was tight on Daedalus. I will not downplay. But that was also my bad. There it is. There it is. Okay, this run's over. I am confident. I have the extra energy for Seraph even. Like we're in an absolutely winning position. The rest of this run is just going through the motions. Toss the dregs. Honestly, keeping the extra molten encasement is fine. Holding on to it is a good choice. Because if I draw really poorly, it's better to have like a little buffer of molten encasements, I think. Take an Awoken card. Wow, that's a really good card. This is not Wildwood Sap. And that's really good. I'm really happy that it's not Wildwood Sap. Also, Space Prism is excellent. What the hell? 2 excellent consumable cards. I'm trying to hypothesize a way that I die to Diligent, and in my mind I can see one. But when we go to Thornlord 2, the loop closes. It's like maybe I run out of spells, but we have the extra stings. The Preserve Thorns also just closes it. You know? For the last week or so, I've been saying, man, I hope this isn't Purifiers. Man, I hope this isn't Purifiers. I don't care that this is Purifiers. This is an easy Purifiers. This run combats Purifiers well. This run combats everything well, though, to be fair. I'm going to take 1 curse per round, and I'm not concerned. Put the Molten Encasement top 4 in case I have to use it to kill a Collector. I do not. Great news. When Preserve Thorns cost 0. What a crazy card. That thing was insane. I should be putting my up to 30 I should be going on Wendleton, because we are going to take 2 curses this round on accident. I draw 10 cards, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter just because of how the deck is, but, you know, optimization and such. Play a little bit better here. I should probably be playing mid 4 just so I can put the boy on top 4, the Wilding Custodian, but I don't really need him, do I? God, this run is insane. Did I mention how absurd how absurd is this run? We really just hit the nuts across the board here. I only drew 4 cards this turn though. Interesting. Like, just across the board though, this run is insane. I'm really glad that I took Wickless Baron now. Looking at this run from this position, I think 20... Like, right now, this Wendleton, and he would have a little bit more attack, right? Say I play, like... Let's say I give him, like, the benefit of another 40 attack. He still doesn't kill Seraph yet. Even with 40 more attack, he doesn't kill Seraph. I think he needs to be around 200 or 40 rounds of stealth, right? Maybe a little less with Quick, but who knows. The second backup tomb just doesn't even make it. But the Baron puts out he like triples the damage on the floor, more than triples it even. So it just adds certainty for Seraph. But I am certain of this run. And Purifiers is a good dry run of it too. Looks good. This is pretty close to the fastest run. This is gonna be a 25-minute banger. I'm going to pilot the rest of this episode without a whole lot of critical thinking. I'm going to not think a ton. Why'd I come this way? Who cares? Hell's Banner is great. More sting damage, excellent. Turn 1 energy, not so good. Flicker's Liquor, hell yeah. There you go. I'm done here. Nah, I don't even want to buy. I'm not even gonna buy the -1s. I'm disrespecting. Wonder what speedrunning this game is like. Any of you guys speedrun this game or know anyone who speedruns this game? Optimal space loss. Optimal turn 1. We got, yeah. I actually wiped this forward, don't I? Pretty close. Almost. No, I've thought about trying to speedrun this game. I'm probably never going to. It seems very difficult. It's also like, what do you care about in the speedrun? You do. I would probably do Covenant 25, and not any percent. Your options are like Covenant 25 and any percent, right? I would probably play Covenant 25. Surprise. Preserved. Hilarious. However, I think that playing this game on a higher or on a lower difficulty, just trying to go fast could also be fun. There's room for something exciting here either way. Reserved again? Like to see it. Yeah, if Seraph were to enter Relentless right now, I'm pretty sure we would be pretty close to killing him. Pretty close. The curses are slowing down the draws a little bit. Like, the deck is inflated with garbage, just a touch, because of Seraph the Diligent. He does that to you. It doesn't matter, though. We have 16 stealth. Have I mentioned that I think this run is crazy? Like, it's just absurd to me. I keep saying it, but like, it's actually blowing me away. The run is just ridiculous, right? This is a blessed seed. I think you would have to try really hard to lose this seed. There was a period of time where I could have lost this seed too. You know when that period of time was? There was early on in my power analysis of this game. I thought that Strangler was the worst by a lot. I posed the question over and over again. How do you kill Daedalus as Strangler? Like, after Daedalus, sure. But how do you kill Daedalus? And, you know, Daedalus was a bit of a threat here. I will admit. Daedalus posed a challenge. I don't think that my original assessment was necessarily that far off, because Strangler doesn't do great on boss rounds. You need something with a lot of health to give him his survivability. In this case, it's Wickless Baron, right? But you typically with Strangler put a unit in front that can scale. Siren of the Sea can do it. This guy can do it. I think you can also use Strangler as a tank, maybe, and then put like Animus of Will behind, but I haven't tried that. I haven't been in a position where I needed to do that. But yeah, I think typically you can win these runs by just finding survivability for him in other clans, whatever frontliner you can find. Hot Shark, not Hot Shark, Beefy Shark, things like that, right? And then you just let Strangler do his thing of locking down heavies. Because there's really not a whole lot of champions that just say, yep, double heavies. If the double heavies go by, it's because I'm fucking dead. Or dazed, I guess. Can happen on Talos too. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.